you projected it by talking bad about Daniel Dubois. He's going to get knocked out in this round, blah, blah. Okay, that's fine. That's your opinion. But then you went further. You fucking said his coach, they got split up. They don't like each other. Daniel Dubois doesn't big his coach up. And then you went further and you said his dad does black magic, this, that. You're the guy. His dad does judge. You're the guy who started this off. So don't act like you're the fucking victim in this. If you've got an issue with his father personally, you brought this public. So now that you've brought it public, you've made claims, you're going to get backlash, my guy.
I'm going to ask you this, Spencer. Why did you feel the need to make that public on fight week?
Because you asked me a question and I was just in that mood.
What the fuck? So look, this is when you know this guy is actually should wear the bra again. Let's get the bra out. Let's put the bra on him. Let's get the lipstick on him. Oh, you're acting like a woman. You're 50 years old, my guy. You're fucking 50. You asked me a question and I was in the mood. Like, you got a personal issue with someone. You're going to bring that public on the fucking day of the fight. You're going to say his dad does black magic. Or Don Charles is going to leave him. They got a riffraff going on. Daniel Dubois doesn't respect his fucking trainer. He never bigs his trainer up. Just crap you were saying, man. He's going to get knocked out. He's going to get finished. He's not going to be able to do this. He's not going to be able to do that. It's not just first time this guy's done it. I will find you. I'll continue the exposure on this guy. And I'll expose him to the T. But look at him, man. Just acting like a fucking woman, man. Get the fucking wig on. Get the fucking bra out. And get the fucking thong out, guys. Let's get a nice thong for this fucker, man. Tight one and that. Fuck, man. What else can we get this guy, man? Get some fucking lipstick. We've done that. Give him some fucking eyelashes as well, man.
You know what I mean? And that's what I'm like.
He was on
You know
smoke.
what I mean? Pardon me?
He was on smoke.
Well, so they say, but it was on smoke. It was doing really good views for your channel, right? So it's got nothing to do with that. Because the dad couldn't sit down and have an educated debate with me over this, right? Because I'll destroy him on that.
So there you go. There's something going on behind closed doors. And I don't know what it is. And I'm not going to bother trying to find out. Could be a talk about something, guys. Could be a fucking religious talk or whatever. And I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out, but I don't know. But I know this guy is Muslim, and I know the other guy is Christian. And maybe there's something Daniel Dubois believes in. Daniel Dubois' father might believe in. That's different to what this guy believes in. And my man's claimed that to be dark arts. Bullshit, man. I just think it's bullshit. I just laugh. I'm sitting on the outside. I'm laughing at this shit. But that's my guess, and I could be wrong. But fuck knows, man. I don't want to assume, but let's carry on.
You know what I mean? The cease and desist letter that was emailed to me, which I didn't receive, you know what I mean? But people at the firm who I work for, OYS Sports Management, they've seen it. I haven't even seen it. You know what I mean? I'm saying, look at this joke. But it wasn't that. The dad phoned me constantly on the Thursday, constantly phoned me, constantly, right throughout the Thursday.
There you go, guys. His dad tried to fucking get Spencer Fearon, get some sense in your fucking head. You're coming out here and you're making claims the guy's doing black magic here. And you're putting it in the public. So his dad phoning him 57 times to say, yo, Spencer, let's not take this too far now. Let's get this stuff off the internet. So everyone, we don't need to put this out there. We don't need to make us both sides look bad. He's tried to do the right thing. He's explaining it. Let's let him carry on.
57 times. The only reason why I know, because at the end of it, you can see how many times they're there. That's not my fight down on that. Because I'm not sitting down wishing anybody not to be successful. In life, you get what you put in. You know what I mean? You don't get what you want, you get what you are. I cannot turn around and take away anything from Daniel Dubois' performance. That was an incredible performance. Do you know what I mean? He proper stuck it on Anthony Joshua, right? And he was successful by it. But I'm telling you this now, with right adjustments.
Oh my fucking guy. So yeah, he bigs up Dubois. He gave Dubois like a few lines. He proper stuck it on AJ. He gave him a few lines, a little bit of credit. And straight away he's going back to how AJ can win. I'm not gonna do the video now, guys, but I've said this before, he did a fucking segment where when Daniel Dubois got stopped by Joey Joyce 3 years ago, he said, these are his words, I'll try to find them, Daniel Dubois is done, he'll never come back in the sport, he's finished. He won't even try, called him a quitter first, which a lot of people have. Then he said he'll never come back in the sport, he's finished.
And let's be real, Daniel Dubois quit. And that's that. And it's not me being horrible on the guy. I know him, I know his family. But bottom line, you quit, mate. And you quit, and it's more to do with the fact, like, people say, like, Daniel Dubois, he's not on social media. Daniel Dubois, his life is being based just on boxing. I'm going to be real with you. I'm not going to be... I think we've just seen the end of Daniel Dubois.
Wow.
I don't think he can come back from it.
Why do you say that?
Why? Because of, like, your heart's not in it, bro. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, your heart's not in boxing. I think you're doing boxing because that's all you believe that you know. I don't think you're doing boxing because you actually love boxing. And that's real. Because if you actually love boxing, you would have waited to hear 9, 10, then decide to get up. You could have heard 8 and then decide to get up and try and go out with your shield. But he didn't have the technical prowess or the ability to continue, and he thought, to hell with this, because it got too hard for you. You know what I mean? That's what happens when you see when guys get things their own way too long. That's what happens. And
this is a dismissiveness of this guy. I'm telling you now, my guy, with your mindset, AJ is gonna lose. I've already done this again. I made a video on this. I'm advising AJ personally, don't fight Daniel Dubois again. This guy has fucking cursed you now. He's got a bad fucking vibe here. AJ's gonna lose because a fight, guys, is not just a fight. It's a spiritual battle. It's a mind battle. There's so many factors that go into a fight. He's putting negative energy out there, and this is going on to Anthony Joshua, guys. So listen, man, I'm telling you, AJ, I don't know if you're gonna fucking watch this video. I know Dubois watches Dubois' family's watching my video. So AJ, if you're watching my video by any chance, yo, trust me, man, don't take that rematch with Dubois. Not that you can't beat Dubois, but don't take that rematch right now, because Dubois is on a different level in all areas at the moment anyway. Fight Fury. But this motherfucker's already saying, oh, let AJ make the adjustments, he'll win. My guy, you've already done the fucking juju. AJ's not winning that fight. I'll be straight. I watch boxing, I'm into it. I think Dubois, if AJ has a fight with Dubois again, he may make some adjustments, he may change his strategy, but I can see Dubois doing a better job than he done now. It'll be even worse. Remember, guys, in rematches, it's usually the guy that wins the first one that wins the second one. I think there's a percentage out there. It's high percentage. There are a few where the other guy can come back in, but usually it does swing the other the way where the first, especially if the first guy is very dominant, the second one usually goes the same way. There's loads of examples out there. I'm not going to do it in this video. This is getting a bit too long. I'm here to expose this fucking clown.
Anthony Joshua would have won that fight. But he just didn't have those adjustments to make. He didn't have it. He didn't have it in him.
You know why AJ never won that fight? Because of you motherfucker. I'm not saying I'm not gonna put. I'm not making it a claim, but I guarantee you that negativity didn't help AJ. Remember, AJ arrived fucking late to the fight, guys, all week. Look into this, guys. There's a couple of things that were off with AJ. People are saying, the way AJ walked into the ring walk, he nearly tripped when he walked in. AJ arrived late to the fucking ring walk, guys. You know the ring walk. Sorry, not ring walk. The day he's supposed to come to the fight. I was watching it live on TV. That Gallagher geezer was about to sing. AJ was just walking in the arena. I was in shock because AJ's fight was supposed to be after this Gallagher performance. You would have expected AJ to be in the back drilling shit. My man arrived very late. The whole week, Anthony Joshua was arriving late. And it could just be a coincidence. But guys, this negative stuff, it can cause other people to fuck up. It can go to people. I don't believe in none of this black magic. But I do believe if you put a negative vibe out there, you affect the people around there, the people you care about, the people you want to do well. It won't go well from. And I can see this. There's energies, guys. People believe in different things, but you can feel energies, and this guy feels like a negative type of guy. I don't see anything good coming out of this guy, and I have a feeling he's jujued fucking AJ up. So AJ's might be cursed now because of this guy. That's my opinion.
I'm going to sit down and gun Anthony Joshua like I was sitting down because I thought it was a foregone conclusion. Or no, if I back you, I back you. I back Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, back your guy. Fair play. You still, but I'm not criticizing him. AJ lost badly. I'm not taking the piss. Obviously, AJ's gonna have to take his slack. I don't dislike AJ. I think AJ is fucking amazing for the sport, and I still think he's got a few fights in him, but not the Dubois. The Dubois are just different, my guy. You're gonna have to learn your fucking lesson and eat the humble pie. The non-nonchalant guy that you fucking talked about, he's gonna rule that division, guys. He's gonna make you man eat your words. And that's how it goes. Circle of life, my guy.
Simple as that. You know what I mean?
No, but for a neutral opinion, because obviously you described it as a mismatch. The fact that it was completely the opposite.
Look at this guy. Look at the face. He's gone scared now. Looking the other way like, fuck, I did say it was a mismatch. But yo, he's getting flashbacks of what the fuck happened to AJ. It wasn't a mismatch, guys. It was a mismatch. It was a mismatch, but it was the other way. That's fucking feared on your fucking soul, man.
How does Anthony Joshua spin it the other way around? But what? Because the fight, he got dropped 4 times, and obviously there was a moment where he hit Daniel Dubois with a couple of right hands, but then obviously in the process of trying to go in for the kill, he got knocked out himself. So how does one change that completely the other way around? What adjustments would you have to make?
What adjustments you have to make? A lot of fighters don't know how to fight anti-clockwise.
Look at this motherfucker, man. He's coming up shit from his ass, guys. He's talking about fighting anti-clockwise and shit. Now, don't get me wrong, there's probably relevancy in what AJ done, but what you need to do is for the next rematch, shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing about black magic. I personally would advise you to squash your beef with Daniel Dubois' father. Get that shit out of public. Don't say nothing now. Go quiet. Don't mention AJ's name. Don't mention Dubois' name. Just shut the fuck up before the fight. You may give AJ a chance. That's my advice to you. Fuck your little adjustments and all this anti-clockwise bullshit that he's about to tell you now. There is no fucking adjustment, guys. AJ's... I kind of want to get into the fight and that, but it's going to be a difficult fight for AJ. I'm just going to tell you straight.
Right? I'll tell you who's a master teacher of fighting anti-clockwise. Darren Hammond, the former light welterweight British champion. Right? A lot of fighters don't know how to fight anti-clockwise. A lot of fighters don't know how to elongate the hand. I wouldn't have too many things because you never know. Right? A lot of fighters don't know how to elongate the lead hand to use it as a block or a block of defense to take away a jab and to take away a right hand. What I'm saying is this. Anthony Joshua has done incredibly well. And you see the kind of people that turn up at the fights. Myself and Adam Smith hosted Box Fest at Box Park, right? It was amazing, right?
Yeah, I seen that event, guys. A lot of fighters turned out. You've probably done some good shit and it was good, but yo, don't fucking you fuck it up for yourself. I'm not saying you don't do community shit, but when you chat shit, you have to get exposed, man. So I'm not gonna go through all this. Let's just forward this shit.
They love boxing. Those people say that, but do they actually feel boxing? I feel this game. So
I'm gonna forward some of this shit because he's just talking about bigging up AJ and all this is because of AJ, blah blah blah. Which again probably is a bit, but we don't really want to we don't really care right now. Give the boys fucking credit. He beat the guy, guys. AJ's done mad things for the sport and he's a legend. But give the boys credit, man. This guy just wants to fucking ramble about AJ this, AJ that.
I got to give that all the props in the world. So if somebody has done something to enhance the sport that I love, then that's where I'm going to side with. And also, he's a personal friend, and I got a lot of love in my heart for him, right? But I do think that he can rectify certain things. I do think that Anthony Joshua could, and it goes, no, I really do think in my heart of hearts that Anthony Joshua, with the correct implementation of certain things, he could come back and win the rematch. Eddie Hearn says they're looking to action the rematch clause.
All right, guys, I've already done a video on this, why Anthony Joshua should not take the rematch against Daniel Dubois. Again, if someone knows AJ, advise him not to do it. He's not thinking with his head, he's thinking with his heart. There's too much spiritual warfare going on in the background here. There's a lot of art of war. No dark magic, black juju shit. That's all BS, man, in my opinion. But when you've got that negative energy, you've already cursed AJ as it is. Do not take the rematch. You watch the video to see my reason why AJ shouldn't take that rematch. Because if he takes that rematch, guys, and he loses, this guy's fucked AJ's career up. Every guy's gonna fuck AJ's career up. AJ doesn't need to take this rematch. It's not worth it. If you want, AJ wants to lose his stock and go downhill, then take it. Because usually I've seen us, guys. Trust me, I'm not a betting guy, but as it stands as of right now, with all the juju and all this shit, do not take that rematch. As in the negativity this guy's put on AJ's name and everything around it. There's too many factors. Even Dubois is gonna go through probably AJ in the worst of fashion. But look, I'm not gonna go through all that in this video. Check my video out on that.
I hope that they do, right? Because people are going to think, oh, you're just going to go in there. It's going to be like a situation like Tony Bellew and David Hay.
See, so you're saying you want the rematch. So
So he's saying the situation is going to be like Tony Bellew and David Hay. Fucking hell, man. I think it could be a worse situation than that. But I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to put no negative shit on that. But
everyone I've spoken to so far today, like I spoke to Gareth Davies earlier, and he said it'd be catastrophic if they rematch him. Everyone's suggesting that you should strongly avoid that and wait for the few.
Well, no disrespect, Gareth, how many fights has Gareth Davies had?
oh my fucking god. Now he's going to go like, oh, why should AJ avoid that? How many fights has he had? For fuck's sake, this ain't about fighting, my guy. There's a lot of shit to this. The guy's a fighter, we get it. AJ's a fighter. AJ went out on his shield. AJ saying I'm a fighter. I've got a good heart. We've seen that. But guys, you know, at the end of your career at 34, most fighters go out on a losing streak because they're not clever. They stop thinking with their head. And this geezer wanting AJ to go back in the rematch. You're not an AJ friend in my opinion, man. If you really cared about AJ. I saw Eddie Hearn say some good stuff about AJ. I can tell Eddie Hearn. Again, he's a promoter as well, so I can't fully rule it out. But I did say, someone asked Eddie Hearn, what would you want next for AJ? And Eddie Hearn, I was like, you know what, fair play for him saying this because I agree with him. He knows AJ wants to Dubois rematch deep down. AJ doesn't want to let that go. And he's a fighter, that's natural. But you know, if he loses to Dubois again, and it's even worse, it's going to be way worse. Like, the stock's going to go down. At that point, guys, there's no more big fights. He'll have to retire. Straight up. And that pressure going into that fight, fuck it, man. Why are you going to do that at this stage? In my opinion, Eddie Hearn basically said AJ should fight Tyson Fury. Wait till the Usyk fight. Hopefully win or lose. Maybe lose probably, but fight Tyson Fury. And it's perfect. AJ's done enough in the sport. I'm not going to go through it in this video. Watch my video. I already done that. But look, Eddie Hearn was the only guy that was looking out for AJ. And you can tell he's a bit of a friend. This geezer wants AJ to get murdered, in my opinion. Especially with all the black magic juju shit he's doing. Not good, man. Not good.
What, on the streets or in the ring?
No. How many fights has he had? What has Gareth Davies done? He's not been dissing him. I'm just saying, like, he said, like, it would be catastrophic. When Lennox Lewis got knocked out by Hasim Rahman, it was a straight direct rematch.
You go when Lennox Lewis got knocked out by Hasim Rahman. I think Lennox Lewis got knocked out cold in that fight. If I'm correct, I might not know exactly. I might not have as much boxing knowledge as Spencer Fearon. I'll say that straight. I'm more into combat sports, but from what I know, he got knocked out with one punch. It wasn't a 5-round fucking beatdown. AJ did fuck all in this fight, and I don't want to go through the entire fight, but look, man, Daniel Dubois, he's too young, he's too sharp, he's got way more, he's got his attributes, guys, right now, he's got more, you could class Dubois got more power than AJ. The shots he was landing on AJ couldn't, his equilibrium wasn't fucking balanced. Even when AJ landed 1 or 2 shots, he made Dubois stumble, but people said Dubois ain't got a chin. Dubois took AJ's shots, man. Dubois took him twice. Dubois took uppercuts. Dubois got a chin on him. People say Dubois got a chin on him, and he can whack, and he's got a good jab, and he's fucking younger. Guys, again, I'm not a betting man, but if they make that fight, look, I don't advise anyone to bet, but yo, I'm not advising you to bet. I don't gamble myself, but yo, that's easy money in my opinion. But look, I'm not saying anything yet. Let's see what happens. But fucking hell, man. I'm not saying AJ couldn't come back from it as well, but fucking hell, man. That's all he cares about. Puts all this judge out. His guy gets battered. He's not doing no apologies. He's like, nope, AJ can come back. Fucking what a geezer.
But wasn't this like a dominating performance over 5 rounds?
There you go, mate. There you go.
Rather than like punch.
It was, but I'm still, he still got knocked out though, didn't he?
He got knocked out after he got fucking battered for 5 rounds, where Lennox Lewis with Hasim Rahman, it was kind of like just caught like somewhere in the middle of the fight, if I'm right. It was just like it wasn't a beatdown. I don't think it was a beatdown in the Lennox Lewis one. I might be wrong, but I don't think it was a beatdown like this. That was domination. In the Lennox Lewis one, is like out of the blue, like caught. Just like you can get caught sometimes. That would warrant a rematch, but a fucking beatdown. That's sad, man. It just shows me that you don't have any fucking care for AJ. You act like he's a friend, but this is the type of character, man, we're dealing with in Spencer Fearon. At least, but from what I can Well, I can judge from the guy, but fuck it, man. I'm not gonna go too much into his personal shit. I don't know.
He got knocked out. It wasn't like, yeah, he got knocked out. Similar to what we saw last night.
We saw Dan take AJ's best right hand, and obviously every time he landed, he seemed to.
No, you see, this one.
I want to ask you this: is this Dan?
Look at this guy's face, man. We saw Daniel Dubois take AJ's right hand twice in a row. We saw Daniel Dubois take Joshua's uppercut as well. Nothing worked, and the tactics were all wrong. If they think they're just gonna go in there, and those shots that they were landing in the gym, bow, bow, bow with Ben Davison, they're gonna just do Daniel Dubois. Mate, you got another thing coming. You don't know this Daniel Dubois team. They're covered on all angles, guys. The training, the physical side, the spiritual side, the mental side. Mate, you're not going to beat the boss. I'm telling you.
Daniel Dubois, such a competitive puncher, or was AJ not recovered from that first shot?
Let me talk, because your people are not tuning to listen to you. They're listening to me, right?
So look at the fucking arrogance of this guy. So I can imagine what he said to Daniel Dubois' father. Like, a lot of people have said this guy's just arrogant. He loves to be in the right. He wants to be in the limelight. He just told the fucking interviewer. The interviewer's asking him some real, genuine questions about, like, AJ did do shit to Dubois and he didn't do nothing to Dubois. They're actually asking him some good questions. My man's told the interviewer, yo, look, people are not watching to hear you. They're watching to hear me. Like, kind of shut the fuck up. It's arrogance, guys. There's no humbleness here. And I can imagine him having some sort of debate like this with Daniel Dubois' father and then just getting annoyed and then saying, oh, he does black magic. He's fucking chatting shit, man. Look at this guy, man. Look at the arrogance on this guy's fucking face, man.
Okay, silence. That's nice. I'm telling you this now.
Look at the arrogance, man.
Yeah?
Look at the ring he's wearing, guys. Man says he does juju. That fucking don't look right to me. I don't know, man.
It was a dominant performance. Yes, it was. But I'm telling you now, if certain things could be implemented, then it will come off successful for Anthony Joshua.
Fucking nah. This guy's always like, I'm telling you now. You don't explain it. If certain things can be implemented, it'll be successful, Anthony Joshua. Fucking hell, man. Fair play. You can have your pick in it, but this guy's just like too much biases, man. Too much biases, man. Your guy lost. He got his ass handed to him. He's gonna probably get his ass handed to him again. The boss too strong, man. You lot writ him off. There's no competitiveness in that rematch, and I don't want to see that rematch. But if you lot are fucking too much ego and you can't let it go, then your fucking funeral, mate. Your fucking funeral, man.
He's just got to believe in his heart that he can go and do it.
He just got to believe in his heart that he can go and do it. What sort of advice is this, my guy? Can imagine him just telling AJ, hey, you got to believe in your heart, you can do it. For fuck's sake, this is not using your head, this is using your heart. And in fighting, the smart ones always win, guys. Look at Mayweather, look at this. You got to be smart sometimes with your career. It's good to be a fighter. We know AJ's a fighter, man, but what are you doing this for now, man? You're just going to get the guy knocked out worse, man. Fucking hell. Let's carry on.
Right? He was throwing things. He was throwing shots. And they seemed like they were not. There was certain times they were calculating, and certain times it's like out of desperation. The right hand wasn't coming out correctly. I'm just being raw, it wasn't. But am I going to diss Anthony Joshua? No way. Anthony Joshua's my guy.
Yeah, you don't diss Anthony Joshua. You'll diss Daniel Dubois, though, innit? That's the type of guy you are. I'd never diss both of them. I always do case for both fighters, guys. I try to keep it neutral as I can. I do obviously make cases for that guy, case for that guy, but I don't fucking mock them. You've mocked them, guys. There's enough proof out there that you've mocked Daniel Dubois countless times, man. Even if AJ's your guy, the biases and all the shit you've said, you put yourself in this situation, mate. Now you're getting exposed daily on YouTube. And it ain't me, guys. There's other YouTubers out there that are doing exposures. Check this guy out as well. I'll give him a shout out. Check this guy's channel. He's done an exposure on Spencer Fearon as well. I like this content, so give him a follow if you want to see more exposures.
Can I ask you about the right hand? Was it not coming off correctly because the timing wasn't there, or was it because Daniel Dubois was making the right foot adjustments to avoid it? Because this takes me back to Don Charles's comments about the decoy comment, because he didn't eat all them right hands. He was eating from Ergovic.
Spare me that decoy comment, right?
Spare you that decoy comment, my man. See, look at this guy. Don Charles have done an in-depth interview. This is arrogance, my guy. I just the more I'm listening to this guy, man, fucking get sick and tired of hearing him. Don Charles basically said we've put things in place where we've improved Daniel Dubois' ability to stop the right hands.
What I was alluded to is that we didn't plan to go to Riyadh to receive 40 right hands. No, we did not. I was alarmed by that. I was shocking that we leaked 40 right hands, and we were lucky not to for the fight not to be finished against us. So when you ask me that, meaning those who are going to pin their hopes on that, then you can use that as a decoy, meaning although it was a fluke that we survived receiving 40 right hands, so the opposition are going to concentrate only in practicing right hands. So it was a decoy. I'm going to use it as a decoy. So those jealous, hatred, evil-minded people who decided to make a joke out of it, who had the last laugh? We did. I knew what I meant when I said that. I used it in our favor.
He's just done an in-depth interview on it already. I'm gonna break that interview down, and he got asked about Spencer Fearon. He goes, I don't want to mention this guy's name. My man's just dismissive. When you're dismissive and you're complacent and you think you're just gonna go through Daniel Dubois like he's a next man, he's an easy fight, he can't do anything to AJ. That's where you get your ass handed to you. So look at this, man. He's laughing at him. He's still laughing at him.
Spare me that nonsense about decoy. He was chipping right hands from Hergovich like no one's business, right? The thing was this, it was like, in order to hit a guy with your hardest shot, you have to be in punching range. When you're delivering a right hand shot from an orthodox position, the right hand takes longer to cross because it's going to cross your body, right? So there's a millimeter of a second that's out, and you're actually alerting your opponent that you're going to throw the right? When Anthony Joshua's throwing the right hand, Anthony Joshua's fighting from a low guard, but when he tried to administer the right hand, he'd raise it up a little bit, so you're signaling that you're going to throw it. Then he throw the right hand. Go watch the tapes.
Guys, this guy's hurting my head, man. I'm not going to go too much into it, man. I don't want to start breaking down the fight and everything, but in my opinion, AJ and his team, not going to criticize them, but I said this before the fight, they fought a fucking MMA fight in Francis Ngannou. The guy wasn't really a boxer, so AJ did what he did. These lot got so confident that the same film study shit they do is going to make AJ be an animal. But when you get a fucking ruthless guy in someone like Daniel Dubois, who doesn't fight like everyone, you can't study Daniel Dubois. You think he's going to do the... You think Daniel Dubois was going to fight a certain way. No one predicted Daniel Dubois was going to come out like fucking Mike Tyson and stick it on AJ. That's why AJ was having trouble to knowing what Dubois was doing. He mixed the tactics up, guys. He didn't do what you think. So in their heads, they're going to think, oh, we should be able to land this right hand. They thought fucking Daniel Dubois was going to be Francis Ngannou. But guys, they got a rude awakening because this wasn't Francis Ngannou. This wasn't a UFC fighter. This is a professional, young, hungry, bona fide boxing killer. And you can't... And guys, they treated Francis Ngannou... AJ had more fear of Francis Ngannou than Daniel Dubois. And that's evident. Check my videos out, my psychological breakdowns. My man did not fear Daniel Dubois. He disrespected Daniel Dubois. He looked at him as a little brother. And when you take your eye off the fucking case, AJ said this after the fight, never underestimate your opponent, but you did, my guy. I'm not blaming AJ, but your whole team, Ben Davison included, he has to take the responsibility of it. I'm not saying change your team, but your tactics are not going to, like, they're not always... Look, man, I'm not... AJ, man, I'm just be straight, man. You need to... It's got nothing to do with right hands and shit, in my opinion. This is the art of war. There's a lot of things that go into a fight. You can sit here all day and analyze this fight, left, right, and center, right hand, left hand. He should have done this, should have done that. If you want a rematch, my guy, I'm advising you from a good point of view. Don't fucking make AJ take this rematch. I've seen people already calling for it, like, oh, he'll beat him in a rematch. When AJ doesn't beat him in a rematch, you guys have fucked his career over. So make sure you take responsibility after that as well.
Right? I was there. I watched it. I haven't watched the fight after. Right? But what I'm trying to say to Anthony Joshua, you know what I mean? Sometimes, because everyone's shitting on him right now. And when people are shitting on you, you can either take the shit and live with the stench or use that same manure and use that as fertilizer to plant your tree. Plant your tree, bro. Because when these little bitches are going on like, I'm seeing all these things like everyone's anti Joshua now.
Shut the fuck up, man. This is what I hate, guys. Everyone's anti-Anthony Joshua. You motherfucker. Before this fight, guys, look how many people are up his fucking ass. When you lose and your name's that big, expect it to happen. Look how many people were cussing Daniel Dubois before the fight. Of course they're going to say, oh, Daniel Dubois is a G now. So don't fucking cry about being anti-Anthony Joshua. I agree with you. There's fans out there that are fickle. These fans, I don't like them, guys. I saw them all bigging AJ up before the fight. He's going to kill Dubois. And now, look, man, they won't back. These ain't true fans. So fair play to you, Mr. Spencer Fearon. If you're still backing AJ, fair play. Stick to your man. I rate you for that. Calm. I don't rate you as a character, but you got to be there for the criticism. You can't be saying all these anti-Anthony Joshua. Of course it's going to fucking happen, mate. Like, if you get battered like that, well, you expect them to be like, oh, Anthony Joshua's like, oh, the top of the world. Remember Francis Ngannou got flatlined? There was fucking memes galore. And like, I was like, yo, people are taking the piss too much. But the whole boxing community didn't give a fuck. Now, because it's the golden goose, a lot of people are like, oh, this can't happen, man. Oh, it must have been black magic. Fuck off, man. This is called what goes around comes around. You put bad shit out there. Not saying to AJ, but this motherfucker.
No, shit. I mean, it was me and Liam, well, a business partner from OYS Sports. We jumped on it. We walked from there to Neasden and then took the train from Neasden to go home, right? And everybody was just hurt. Everybody had something like, it's death, right? And you don't realize it until you're thinking, right, is this going to be the end of AJ? No, AJ should not retire.
Death because AJ lost. Guys, it's a sport. One thing I'd say is people get too attached, man. People get too attached to their fighter, whether it's their winner, loser. Don't get attached to a fighter, guys. Like, I liked AJ. I still like AJ. I think AJ can fucking do a lot still. No, a lot. There's only 1 or 2 fights. If he's going to continue, there's only 1 or 2 fights he should have. And those are the big names, Fury, Wilder. Just for the paydays and just because we never got to see those fights. But anything more than that, guys, you lot are now pushing AJ to his limit. He's 34, 35, coming 35. Guys, like, a couple more years he's got, man. And if you're going to make him go through the hard road, and if that doesn't pay off, AJ's going to have to retire after the Daniel Dubois rematch if he loses, in my opinion. Because after that, it's just downward slope, personally. I wouldn't even attempt to go for the belt right now. I would just go for your legacy fights. Maybe if the opportunity comes down the line, calm, but don't do it right now. Your name, like, it's not worth it. But there's going to be people with their egos that can't see this. Nah, man, AJ should be winning. These are the people, guys, that they're with you when you're on the up. But I guarantee you, if AJ loses that rematch again, this line ball, I'm telling you, man, he's I don't know. I could see this geezer switching on AJ, man. But again, I'm not going to make no claim, man. But he just looks like that type of character, man.
Yeah, I mean, I told you shouldn't retire.
Realistically, what do you think he should do next? Because
Straight rematch.
Straight rematch, my fucking boss. You're gonna get the guy killed, my guy. Straight rematch, you know. Delusional, man. Delusional.
Okay.
Right? You know why?
But do you think they'll do that, though? I know you want that, but will they do that?
I believe they'll do a straight rematch.
Okay.
Fucking delusional. You're gonna get the guy killed.
If they don't, what's option 2?
Option 2? I don't know. I ain't got no option 2.
You ain't got no option 2. This fucking filth, man. Just filth, man. I've already analysed this, man. You can tell this guy loves AJ for his glory days. Like, if AJ was losing, say if AJ loses the fight, he's the type of guy just to be like, he's there for the highs, man. It feels like he's only there for the highs type of guy. But look, I'm not going to make no claims, but there is a fucking option 2, you numpty. If AJ just sits on the sidelines now, he's got a Fury fight. If Fury loses to Usyk, that's a huge fight. They both lost to Usyk. And that AJ could beat Fury, in my opinion. His name goes back up. Then he could fight Wilder or someone. And then if he wants one more crack, maybe. But not right now. But he goes, I ain't got no option 2. Fuck off, man. Bullshit, man. Option 2, fight Usyk. There ain't no option 2. Look at this, man. How the fuck are you supposed to be a friend of AJ, man?
I haven't computed that in my head for option 2.
Haven't computed that in your head? Okay, try compute this. AJ fights Dubois again. You know, in his head, guess what he's gonna say again? AJ's gonna beat Dubois this time. He's too slow. He's this will AJ will know this time. But when AJ loses in that second fight, what are you gonna say then? He hasn't computed it in his head. The same way you never computed what was gonna happen in this fight. So this is the delusion. They're still under the fucking delusional spell. They don't learn from their mistakes. He's probably never gonna fucking. He's probably gonna make more lies up as the fight starts about the fucking camp and all this shit. Do the same shit over again, man. This guy just loves fucking taking the just spreading shit, man.
Thinking like maybe me and Tony will do something on the fight right now, but I haven't even computed that.
One of the things he said to me, Spence, a few days ago was he said boxing needs Anthony Joshua to win. Boxing doesn't need Dubois to win. Now he's won. How does it kind of? What's the impact of that win in boxing? No.
Look at this guy. Remember he said, yeah, boxing doesn't need Dubois to win. They needed AJ to win.
I'm just keeping this thing totally 100, yeah? We need Anthony Joshua to win. We don't need Daniel Dubois. I'm being real. We don't. We need Anthony Joshua to win. How about that one?
Fucking, what a prick statement to make, man. Let's see what he says.
Oh.
There's juicy fights there for Daniel Dubois because that performance. Listen, bro, I'll be a dickhead to say that I'm going to take away anything from Daniel Dubois' performance.
You are a dickhead, man. We're not taking away from his performance, but you don't big him up. You keep bigging AJ up. You don't see Dubois. It's a clear bias here, guys. He just doesn't think Dubois could be what he thinks AJ should be. But sometimes, guys, the universe doesn't work how you want it to work. Dubois had the spirit of an animal in that fight. And AJ might look the part and everything, but sometimes there's elements, guys, that you don't see. And it might not be written for AJ. It might be written for Dubois. But this guy, I just think the shit he said before the fight, the shit he said 2 or 3 years ago, now Dubois won. He's kind of like, yeah, I can't take away from his performance, but you're not really bigging him up. You're not really giving him too much credit. You kind of just say 1 or 2 lines and then you fucking talk about AJ for another fucking 10, 15 minutes. It's all BS, man.
Right? His performance was superb, right? And it was destructive butchery. I was like, you know what I mean? It really was. But
destructive butchery. Probably the best thing he said so far, but that's it. But look at him shrugging his shoulder, putting his eyebrows up. It was destructive butchery, and you want him to go back into destructive butchery just like that. Fucking at the tail end of his career right now. You lot must want to just see Anthony Joshua just die in it. Just finish his career early. Get him a bit of CTE, bit of brain damage. Tell the referee in this fight, we gave Anthony Joshua about 3 or 4 chances in that fight. We could have stopped it so many times. All this knockdown bullshit, all this crap where AJ should have been stopped. There could have been some times where that fight was stopped, but obviously they gave AJ the benefit of the doubt. This time they're going to say double. Let AJ go down 8 times this time. Fucking hell, man. Crazy. I just don't see it ending well for AJ, unfortunately. I hope it was an AJ because I do like AJ, but this is an unfortunate game, guys. It goes up, and then when it goes down, it goes down.
This is the fight game. And just like when you asked me, what if Dubois was to win? And I said to you, this is wait,
I remember me saying that.
Right, so people think, he's going to hide. Don't be silly.
I respect you for coming on.
Okay, he said it's heavyweight boxing if Dubois wins. So I want to know, when you take the rematch with fucking AJ, Dubois, what happens if AJ loses that? You tell me. I want to hear what Spencer Fearon's got to say. He's going to say, heavyweight boxing. Where does AJ go from there if he loses against Dubois? What would you say? Are you going to say then, he should retire then? My guy, you're like, what the fuck, man? You're putting AJ on a fucking... You know how much pressure he's going to have in that rematch now if he decides to go ahead?
That's how this thing goes. And like I'm saying again, I have no gripe. Because actually, last night, Daniel Dubois' dad sent me a message at 2 o'clock in the morning.
So guys, I'm just going to show you this again. He said Daniel Dubois sent him a message and he's going to talk about it now. And so let's see what he did with it. So Daniel Dubois actually reached out to him, as I said to her at the start of this interview. So let's see what he says.
It's my treat. Do you know what I mean? That's how this thing goes. And like I'm saying again, I have no gripe. Because actually, last night, Daniel Dubois' dad sent me a message at 2:00 in the morning. Yeah? And he said that you'll get tried and tested by your family on certain things. And Spencer, you are my family. This is what the dad sent to me. So maybe if that was a peace offering, I don't know. Right? I'm not taking it as a peace offering. What I am saying is this. He knows why I had my gripe. I've had my gripe. It's done now. You know what I mean? If Daniel Dubois would have lost, I don't gloat on people losing. You never heard me in anything. I know what it's like to have fought and to lost. I don't gloat on people losing. You know what I mean? But when I'm seeing people that can do nasty things, then I will have a gripe about that. And people ain't really gonna know the rules, because I'm not gonna break down the rules on camera for these kind of things, because they're deep. But what's done's done. Like I said, I wish Daniel Dubois nothing but the best. Like I said on the other day on the channel, you said get that done.
So you know when someone's in the wrong, guys, like you can see how what Spencer Fearon just said. For me, this is kind of a way of saying he knows he's in the wrong of what he's putting out there about black magic and that. He was Daniel Dubois' father, guys. The guy who he's put bad shit out about the black magic and all this crap. The shit he made up. On all this other crap he's been putting about the whole team. The father, guys, as I said, I've done a few breakdowns on him. Seems like a very spiritual guy. He's came to Spencer, guys, privately, messaged him saying, in this life you get trial and tested. Spencer Fearon, you are my family. He said to Spencer Fearon, you're his family. He kind of reached out to you in a humble way, guys. Think about it. If you've said all this bad stuff about his whole family, and he's saying to you, you are your family, and if at that point you can't squash your beef, I don't know, hopefully these men can squash their beef, but from what he just said after there, he goes, he goes, it was like a peace offering, but he's not taking it as a peace offering. At that stage, guys, when the guy's reaching out to you and saying, yo, look, I see you as family, and after you've cussed his family, you've made lies about him, this and this, I'm saying this to you as a neutral bystander, Mr. fucking Spencer Fearon. If you got a brain on your head, and you say you're a religious person, I think he's Muslim, my man's offering you a hand to squash this thing. He's calling you family. For me, just the characteristic of that guy sounds like he's a righteous type of man. I don't know what your fucking little beef was with him. I would suggest you squash it, because if you don't, from what you've just said to me, you ain't gonna squash it. So in my opinion, guys, he's not letting that grudge go of whatever he has. I just hope you don't carry on making your claims, because I'm gonna continue to expose you at the moment until there's like some sort of public apology, or if you say, look, me and Daniel Dubois' dad have no longer got any issues, then I will stop exposing you. But till then, guys, I can't let it go, guys. You hold your gripes, I'll hold my fucking gripes. That's how it goes, isn't it?
It's not him. My gripe's not with him.
Did you reply to the message you got from Daniel's dad?
No, I haven't replied to anything. He sent me loads and loads of messages. I haven't replied to anything.
Okay.
So his dad has actually tried to reach out to him, saying loads of stuff. He doesn't want to reply to any of it. Again, someone on the other side is trying to reach out to you to kind of squash it. You don't want to squash it, then that's your fucking problem. That's not theirs. So you're holding the grudge. You're causing the issues. It's just, this guy just, again, I can't believe I spent so much time breaking this fucking fool down.
I want to talk about Don Charles's work, because I did watch an interview Stan did, and he did give credit to Don Charles for the work
If
he's
I
done.
never said that he doesn't give credit to Don Charles, do you think he'd have mentioned Don Charles?
I don't know.
He wouldn't have mentioned him at all. Spare me.
Well, he gave him the credit, and
I don't know what this guy's on about, but all he said is Daniel Dubois doesn't give credit to his trainers or some shit. That's what you've said. And I don't know exactly what he said, and I can't be asked to go through this guy anymore, but that's what he said, something along those lines.
And I just want to ask you, is Don Charles a hot tip for Trainer of the Year? 3 back-to-back wins against Jarrell Miller, Hergovich, AJ. I can't remember if he was the underdog against Miller, but 3 fights where a lot of people thought he was going to get stopped, and he's blasted all 3 guys away.
To be real on that, and now him being a legitimate heavyweight champion or what, he's up there, you know.
Eat your humble pie, my guy. Of course he's up there, man. Fucking Don Charles. Guys, I need to do some. I will be doing an interview and a breakdown on Don Charles, guys, in my next video. He knows, guys. Don Charles should be the trainer of the year from what he's done. I'm not saying Ben Davison's a good trainer, but the guy got fucking the guy got AJ Francis Ngannou. I blame this guy, but Don Charles, even you need to eat the humble pie and recognize you chatted shit about Don Charles as well, man. Don't act like you did.
I think he'll get it. You know what I mean? I think Don Charles will get it. And it's kind of good that a man so late in his years now is getting the credit. So yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. That's it. Is there anything else you?
No, there's nothing else that I've got to say.
Okay, guys, I'm not gonna go into it any more further, man. Look, I've exposed this guy enough now, so I will maybe be doing some more exposing on this guy. I won't let this guy off that easily. I'm just hoping he comes out, stops saying this, stops talking about the fucking black art or the black magic bullshit, shuts his mouth. I don't know what's going to happen with the rematch, but if it happens, keep your mouth fucking shut, because you're going to put more juju on fucking AJ the way you talk shit. Don't put no negative stuff out there. But yeah, guys, as I said, I wasn't as ruthless as my first one. Definitely check my first one out. I ripped this guy. I've ripped him in this one as well, but he's got his fucking treatment right now. He's shut up a bit, guys, because he's got solicitor letters going through his fucking post. He had to take the videos down. But I'm going to keep an eye on him, guys. But yeah, guys, don't think I'm going to let this guy off the fucking hook that easily. I will be continuing to expose him. And if I see anything else that comes out of his mouth, I will be doing more updates for you guys. I'm going to keep you guys in the loop. But I still think he should apologize for his fucking black magic comments he's made. Or if he's not going to do that, don't ever fucking speak about it again. And don't mention AJ's name, don't mention Dubois' name, because you're putting this negative energy out there. It's going to come back to you. Whatever you put out in the universe, guys, someone's going to always get you. I don't even know this guy, but I can feel the energy. So this is me fucking exposing Spencer Fearon. And yeah, anyone else out there, guys, there's a list of people that took the piss out of Daniel Dubois. Still got a list, guys, and I'm slowly working my way through. So stay tuned. And that's going to be my video, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Peace.